Dant Crossing, Gethsemane, Kentucky. Timeless hospitality that stirs the spirit. Dant Crossing is a one-of-a-kind destination for unforgettable weddings, memorable corporate events, day trips, and weekend getaways. The pastoral campus is anchored by Watershed Distillery and includes an amphitheater that seats 2,000, a 12-acre lake for fishing and unique lodging options, creating an immersive experience that's rooted in the community and culture of our little slice of Kentucky. More attractions will open soon at Dant Crossing, including our 21,000 square foot distillery, which we will have the ability to produce 15,000 barrels of spirit each year, a network of wooded walking trails, fully functional private train depot, farm-to-table restaurant, and the Legacy, a premier wedding and events venue. Whether you're looking to host an event, book a stay, or reserve a tasting, we're ready to welcome you. Learn more at dantcrossing.com.
I actually thought of that, and I really think that we should go in proof order. So there's a couple 100s. There's the
9 year is 93 proof, so that's probably going to be our first one.
Yep.
And the Juke Joint, which is a hand selected single barrel uncut.
Hold on.
It's 119. The Crossroads is 100, and the 10-year is 100. And the the 17-year is 93.1. So you want to go 9, 17, 10-year.
Okay.
And then the Crossroads, and then the Juke Joint whiskey.
I don't know why that's not working.
Actually, though, the Crossroads was the last in the edition. Let me click this. Got it. I know it's being recorded.
Yeah, we're recording. Yeah, so we're gonna do
up on my screen that it was being recorded.
So the Blue Note 9, then the Crossroads, right?
Nope. Blue Note 9, and then the 17-year.
All right. I think we should do Blue Note 9, Crossroads, and then do
the 17 years of 93.1. But I mean, if you want to jump up and down in proofs,
all right.
Like a pogo stick.
All right, this is it, Super Nash. You're calling the shot. You are calling the shots. I think I'm looking pretty. What happened here? With the thing, is my head cut off on your screen?
No, just barely the tip of your hat.
I'm celebrating Yellowstone today. I got my Yellowstone hat on just because it's just what I felt like wearing.
Yeah, you're barely cutting off the tip of your hat.
See, now I fit.
Yep.
Let's see. What do we got going here? If I get into, that's what it is. I'm probably supposed to be closer to my microphone this way. All right. How about that? No, actually, I like it the other way. I thought that was looking.
We'll do the Crossroads after the 10-year. And then we'll do the Juke Joint whiskey last.
The Juke Joint. The Juke Joint.
Juke Joint.
All right, there we go. That's pretty good, would you say?
Yep. Yeah, pretty good right there.
All right. Looks like we're ready to go all the way around.
Okay.
All right. How was your day?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
What you pre-drinking?
That Stag Junior. I just had a small pour of it, just something to get my taste buds wet. So
yeah, I was on some rare breed,
I hear you.
some wild turkey rare breed, and it did get me going, and I'm doing pretty good. So let's my palate was pretty good today after yesterday. It still had some moments of weirdness, but yesterday, nothing like yesterday. So hopefully I can taste these blue notes, which I'm excited for.
Cool.
All right. Hey, pump up, pump up, pump up.
Yes, let's do it.
All right, here we go on.
Oh my God, I'm losing all my hair. Might as well shave it all off.
Got Google Mail. That's where I'm at. And this goes all the way there. We got Steve. Just remember, it's www.littlesteveo.com.
For what?
I'm trying to wait because for some reason I think my wife's on the phone and I can hear background. So I'm gonna go quick tell her to go. Yeah, I'll go tell her to. Darling, I can hear you and we're gonna record. Thank you. I know, but we were getting ready to start. He's there. Did you hear her response there, Super Nash?
No, what'd she say?
It's only 8:50.
I know. We're supposed to start 20 minutes ago.
No, we were supposed to start at 9. That's why she said. Because it's a Friday night. I figured we had some leeway here.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah, okay.
So I think that's working if I'm looking. So I have to remember what I've been doing is analyzing these YouTube videos because it's a lot easier to do this if we're just recording. But now that we're on video, I like to look at you on the screen, but I should be looking at the camera so that it looks like I'm looking at you. You're not even paying attention to a word I say.
I am. You said you like to look at me, but you don't want to look at me.
Right, because right now I'm looking at you. So it's like, look at that big, huge nose. But if I'm like this and I'm talking to you, I just have to pretend you're there.
Okay.
And I got to make sure I'm going to try. See, so one of the things that you do when you podcast and over the years, and I video blogged and I podcast, is that you start to you look at your weaknesses by watching your videos or listening.
I have no weaknesses.
That's why they call you Super Nash.
Exactly. If I did, I'd never admit to him anyway.
I was just thinking, we were talking about the secondary market a little bit and how crazy it is, but why don't we just up all of our prices in our businesses so that we can afford the secondary market, right?
Hell yeah.
I mean, if you're charging, $350 for a fire extinguisher, it should be $700.
Holy shit.
What?
$3,500 for a 55-inch TV? Oh. I need to get off my phone.
That's a good TV though. I mean, that's not. What did you pay for your? I got a 55-inch projection Sony TV that I paid. I believe initially I paid $2,400 for, and it never broke. It was the day I took it out to the street for someone to take away.
Yeah.
Still freaking worked. The one time I had to get a projector light, and I could buy that part off of whatever for $75, and the TV worked all the way till I had to get rid of it.
Yeah, I'm looking to get, one for my bedroom, about a 50-inch, 55-inch but I want the QLED 4HK.
Yeah, but I got the one I got was 43 inches because it fits in between the windows in my bedroom. But that was the QLED. The QLED,
yeah.
And it is designed. This one, like I said, it's how it's framed and hangs on the wall. It's like hanging a picture, and then it basically plays artwork for you. Like my wife likes to put Monet. I can get my artwork in there too.
Yeah, they got the 4K, 7 series and all up there, but I want the QLED. They didn't have those when I went up there today.
So
I was looking online.
This Blue Note, which we're going to get started, and we're going to have to go quick because we're going to be barrel bashing five different whiskeys, and we got to get through this. But an upcoming podcast is we need to talk about our younger drinking days and the stories. And I think that's when we'll have a little section each time where we tell a story about what we did when we were drinking and how we were avoiding the people in blue that would come to stop us from doing what we were doing when we were, and kind of, how different the world is today, how everything has changed. I mean, we were a part of that, where it was used to be people go to lunch and drink their ass off and then go back to work drunk, and or Christmas parties for businesses were huge until everybody started crashing and dying. And it's just like, it was a whole different, what would you say? And it was because, cars really didn't become fast on the road until like the 30s and the 40s, and then when you needed it, and then the 50s, they really, in the 60s, but as the evolution of the car came down, that pretty much, at one point you could be driving down the road and drinking a fifth. I mean, there's movies where they were doing that.
Yep.
You are really, really, oh, come on there, man. Are you trying to make me crap or shit my pants? Jesus, you knocked that over, and the tasting's over. I'd have to send you sample bottles to do this. I got the other set.
Added carpeted floor here.
Let's see what we're gonna like.
Bounce up, and I'd be catching them in the air because I'm super dash.
As he bumps it, and
it's a whiskey. As
just stop it. Stop it. Effing stop it. Stop. All right, I'm going to start recording this. We'll get some Lee W. Sinclair from the Spirit of French Lick, and here is Alan Bishop.
Spirits of French Lick is proud to introduce the Maddie Gladden Bottled and Bond Bourbon. This 4-year aged bourbon is double pot distilled and non-chill filtered, and has a full-bodied mouthfeel with eucalyptus, molasses, clove, ginger, and slight citrus, as well as grains of paradise. The finish is long and reappearing on the back of the tongue with notes of pepper, tobacco leaf, and mint green. All of our spirits are available for tasting and purchase inside the French Lick Winery and Distillery. Spirits of French Lick, respect the grain, please enjoy responsibly, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
There we go. We gotta do Steve-O right?
That's right.
Oh, show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar. I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you we must die.
Yeah. All right.
Welcome
Woo.
back
Yeah.
to the podcast, everybody.
All right.
This is going to be exciting. That was Little Steve O. He does our intro. He has saved us from YouTube jail. And now the podcast with him doing Little Steve-O doing the cover for the Alabama song. We have an original recording, and that sets us up to go forward and do big things on YouTube. But check him out if you like what you heard. He has his own album. He also does covers. He works in the Canton, North Canton, in Ohio, the Cleveland. He's all over this part of the state of Ohio. But he is www.littlesteveo.com. Check out his website because he has a really, really good album. I was listening to it just the other day. It's on iTunes. You can get it there. He sells the CD at all of his events, but I have an iTunes subscription, so that's where I listen to it. And it's I like the songs that I was listening to. He does a nice job, has a great voice, and we really appreciate it, what he's done. And then before that, you heard The Spirit of French Lick, Alan Bishop talking about Lee W. Sinclair, Bottled in Bond. This is 2022 and there's a lot of stuff coming up, but I was able to, and if you look back here, I was able to pull off this bottle, which is fantastic. And I think I'm going to pour myself some right now. I got the Morning Glory Kasha Buckwheat Bourbon. It's a 5 grain because it is wheat. Kasha wheat, right? And it's buckwheat. And then it's also
going to the vault.
Malted barley and corn. But you open this bottle and it just you can smell it. It has the way I described it, my wife is not a fan because there's like a melon, like a honeydew melon or a cantaloupe kind of aspect to it. And she's just not a fan of that particular fruit. And if you're not a fan of those fruits and it tastes like that, but there's a grapey. There's also a yeasty, like almost like a brewer's, like a beer, and a little bit of floral. And I appreciated this bottle was supplied to me as a sample bottle by Alan Bishop in The Spirit of French Lick. Thank you for that. But it's everything that I wanted to be. I think I actually get some Wheaties off the nose.
All right.
So good.
Oh,
good. You're gonna do it. Why do you have 5 bottles of bourbon balancing behind you on a music stand? I mean, for God's sake.
It's a video projector.
Yeah. And those are not sturdy.
That's because I got all the other tables being used right now.
but
making it work.
But you do realize you bumped that table and all 5 bottles moved to your right. It's that one almost.
I needed to get that bottle right there into the picture without my shoulder blocking it. That's what it was. I did that on purpose, Jeff.
I believe you. Your point. Did you just open that up?
I sure did.
Oh, you gotta try this, man.
Yeah, I got my Spirits of French Lick
Cheers, brother. I got my Scotchy Bourbon Boys glass. Just remember, we are the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. You can check us out at www.scotchybourbonboys.com. Lots of good things at the store. You can get one of these awesome Glencairns. You can hook up to the Patreon account or get t-shirts also at both places, either or. You can subscribe to us and support us getting some really cool swag, or you can just buy the swag off the website. Either way, we love the support. We love everything that's been going on. You can listen to us on all the major podcast formats, but remember, whatever you listen to, please subscribe and leave feedback, especially if it's good. We like good feedback. And then also, we are on Instagram as the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. We are on Facebook as a group. I'm Jeffrey Mueller. You can follow me directly. I post a lot of stuff personally that goes to then the Scotchy Bourbon Boys group. We have a group, and then we also have a Facebook page for the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. But then we're on Twitter. We are as at Scotchy the. And then we also are on, there was one other one, YouTube. Check us out, the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. We are pushing the YouTube tonight. What you do is we give a bonus before and after on YouTube. We kind of are always talking beforehand, before it started. Well, if you're just listening to the podcast, you're just going to get the podcast, the most part of the professional thing. Although tonight, I don't think I really started the intro very professional, but what would you say? But the YouTube, you get extra content on YouTube. Now, once this gets going, there's going to be also extra content on Patreon. So you can look for that. And then the other thing is we have our Whiskey Live events where we get together and taste. This week it's going to be unique because it's going to be our first ever where we usually do Whiskey live from the podcast studios here in Canton, Ohio, but we are bringing Super Nash in via Crowdcast. I believe that's what it is. I'm going to send them the invitation. I'm talking about that, but we are going to be tasting Old Forester 1910 very fine whiskey. I believe that is a 93 proof or 96 proof?
93 proof.
93 proof, right. So
hold that thought just 1 second. Keep on going. I'll be right back.
Yeah. So we're going to be tasting that on Whiskey Live through Zabby. That is going to be coming up January 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern time. That is Whiskey Live. And we will be live on YouTube, Facebook, and also I believe through the Zabby network. So you got to check that out. We try and do it every second and fourth Fridays of the month. So check that out, Whiskey Live. But then the debut of Tiny's under 10-minute tasting. There's the Old Forester 1910 for you people on YouTube. Very fine whiskey. But Tiny's
Let me interrupt you 1 second while we're still talking about the 1910 and our Whiskey Live tasting event. What day is that going to be on?
Well, while you were gone, I told them all the information, but it is Friday, January 14th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right. Everybody that's going to be watching this, I'm going to give away this bottle. And I will be putting up a post tomorrow. And all you got to do to get in on this bottle giveaway is on my post, and I'll be sharing it across all the groups and everything, is just comment that you're in.
Yeah.
And
okay. So we should get our artwork soon for the Zabby, which will basically cover the Old Forest, and I'll send you that artwork as soon as I get it, and then you do the post with that artwork, which will then also advertise the Whiskey Live tasting, and then we'll share it throughout all the groups.
And we're going to give this bottle away live to everybody that comments on the post that they're in. All you have to do is comment in.
That's awesome.
And-
Yep.
and
Check it out.
I'm going to give this bottle live in a randomizer giveaway on the Whiskey Live tasting on January 14th. So everybody be watching for that. Everybody likes free whiskey and free bourbon.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. That's awesome. So we covered the Whiskey Live. We covered oh yeah, we're back to just the debut on YouTube, and this is YouTube exclusive, is Tiny under 10-minute tastings. I am doing hopefully 2-3 times a week. I'm going to taste a bourbon. One bourbon, I'm going to rate it through the normal rating system, 25 per category, 4 categories, total score of 100. And you got to check that out. I explain the whole rating system of what I think, how the rating system works and what it means to people. Like, it's my palate. It's not, it's just a guide for people out there. But that takes me to, I think we got everything covered, don't we? You got anything to add to all that? It's like,
I think you covered it all.
It's crazy, isn't it? We got this. We're starting to get this shit down.
Yes, we are.
I just can't wait till we pull a perfect podcast. The perfect podcast would be me talking throughout an hour podcast without saying or That would be the first one. The one podcast last week I was listening to, and the uhs were just out of freaking control. So I'm going to concentrate tonight on not a lot of uhs. So it's right to come on. It's my transition, it's like when things go through, but I caught myself on that. Let's see. So,
all right. So you want to bring us into the night, or shall I?
No, I want to talk one more thing. There's enough. You're giving that bottle of Old Forester away, but there's going to be coming up within the month, right?
Yep.
A YouTube giveaway based off of us obtaining subscribers through our listeners. And if people do that for us, they will be put into a drawing, and the bottle is going to be pretty special. We haven't decided what it was, but we've kind of figured that we're going to do a special bottle, correct?
Yeah. I figured out what it is.
You figured out the bottle, huh?
Yeah.
You're going to tell me? Because I know it was a bunch of different ones, but which one did you decide on?
Well, I don't know. We'll wait. Yeah.
Wait. Does it have anything to wait? Why don't you ask me what I want you to pour me?
What do you want to pour of?
Old Carter.
Old Carter.
Old Carter. That's
you don't want to try out some of this
Blue Note?
benchmark?
No, Old Carter. No top shelf benchmark. Old Carter. That was damn good shit. That's for sure.
Yes, it was.
Oh, Alan, that's so good.
Yes, it is. Very good nose to it too.
I get that melon taste.
A
little bit of grapes. That's good. Mine's been open a little bit, and it's getting a little bit more caramel too. I like it.
Caramel and vanilla.
It's complex.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that it's a different.
Those light summer fruits.
Right. And it's also a different type of whiskey, there's no doubt. And if you like different whiskeys, it's worth a try. If you're looking for the big, Kentucky bourbon whiskey, this is not it. This is a very unique, complex, lots of stuff going on in there. There's a little bit of cinnamon. There's a little bit of spice, like a white pepper. There's that fruity, just a little bit on the finish. The hug's really nice. Excuse me.
Yeah, it does have a nice little hug.
Yeah. So anybody, that morning glory.
Mouthfeel front to back, fills your sides up, hits all the parts of your tongue, front to back. Yeah.
All right.
Very good job, Alan.
So I've been clearing my nose all night with cypress.
Cypress.
I like that smell, and it just seems to be clearing my nose completely. So
Is that one of your bottles from your executive bourbon steward?
no, this is actually essential oils. I have a crap ton of essential oils. My wife is into essential oils. She is a midwife, so she uses them constantly. We, for a long time, were involved with the company Melaleuca, which is a tea tree oil company, and they use tea tree oil in all household cleaners and goods and toothpastes and everything, and we were part of that. And then all of a sudden, one day, we discovered doTERRA, and I couldn't believe that there was more than one essential oil than tea tree oil, that there was over 100 of them. So this company sells all of them, so it's kind of a cool thing. So, and basically, essential oils are distilled plant matter. It's also distilled. So really kind of a cool thing. It goes along with, but they have cardamom, all the flavors that are in whiskey exist in essential oils. So it's a good training to smell the essential oils, to be able to pull some of the tastes and smells of what you pull out.
I agree.
All right, so tonight, I'm psyched. I've had this shit in my on my back shelf. I've been dying to taste. It's Blue Note. Blue Note. Give a little bit of history on this distilling company and the people that are producing this.
They're called Big River Distilling Company, and it's the oldest distillery in Memphis, Tennessee. And they're a craft spirits and beverage company with 2 flagship brands and a host of private label brands. Their products can be found in liquor stores, restaurants, bars, and all across the United States. And I'm going to lead us right into it. Memphis, Tennessee is world renowned for its own distinct brand of blues. And Blue Note Bourbon, a distillery based in Memphis, which is Big River Distilling Company, made its debut with the 9-year small batch that I'm holding up right here in 2018, with a mission statement to capture that Memphis vibe in a bottle. In their own words, like the blues, the bourbon is bold, yet smoother than smooth.
Awesome. That is pretty cool. I till tonight, I have to admit, there's Tennessee whiskey is something that I haven't I've tasted, like we did the podcast on the George Dickel.
Yeah.
We've done Jack Daniels, which is brown informant, but those are Tennessee whiskeys. But I haven't done a lot of research into the history of Tennessee, because when you're dealing with bourbon, for the most part, now that it's expanding, Kentucky can keep you occupied for a long, long time. It's tough. And then what's happening in Kentucky and in Tennessee is these new distilleries just keep popping up, and this is not a new one, but they produce this Blue Note, and it is, what would you say? In the groups, it's all the rage, right? People just love Blue Note. And so we're going to find out tonight.
Let's talk about this 9-year a little bit. Okay. All right, this premium small batch expression is sourced from elsewhere. All right.
Yes.
And elsewhere in Tennessee, which, funny you should mention George Dickel.
Yes.
It's likely to be Dickel, which, don't know that for sure, but this is just I'm getting from my notes. And these notes on that part just actually came from Drink Hacker. have to give a shout out to them. And this is aged for a minimum of 9 years and comprised of a blend of two mash bills. One is 84% corn, 8% rye, and 8% malted barley. And the other one is 70% corn, 22% rye, and 8% malted barley. Note that this is not billed as a Tennessee whiskey, but rather as a straight bourbon.
Yes. Okay, so this is a straight bourbon, not Tennessee. Yeah. And although I do have it on their website, believe it or not,
Okay.
It says product type Tennessee straight bourbon whiskey. That's what it says. But like you said, it's a so now did you do the math or does this go through the Lincoln County process? Are they mellowing it on the way in?
No.
Okay.
Far as I know, there's no mention of that, of the Lincoln County process.
All right. So I have sample bottles from Super Nash, and they are fantastic. You see, he's got the real bottle. Hold that real bottle up. But at the same time, he sends me sample bottles, I mean, with labels on them. It's like I can never lose them. And he knows if he was sending me this many samples and he was writing on them with little markers, I would be in trouble. But all of them have labels. He knows I'm a visual person. So thank you so much, Super Nash, for the labels. I'm going to pour this into, once again, I mentioned the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, Glencairns. Martin Duffy. Oh, that was super, wasn't it? Did you hear that?
That was nice, wasn't it?
Did you hear that pour? Or was it just me hearing the pour?
Yeah, I heard the pour, and I heard my cork pop too, which was Martin Duffy is the North American Glencairn representative, which hooked us up with these great glasses with our Scotchy Bourbon Boys logo on them. And if you need something for your club or person or self, or you want to order some, he's the man to get in touch with. And as you can see, I've been kind of liking this 9 year myself because the bottle's getting down there.
I'm getting a really Jim Beam kind of nose off this. I get that little bit of nut, a little bit of oak, a little ethanol, cherries.
I'm getting like vanilla. Maybe like green apple. Or maybe it might be that sweet red apple.
All right, a little bit. I get no floral. I'm gonna. What I find is once you drink it, you can get a better nose. When you're using your Glencairns, they actually. I'll take a sip here.
Got a nice color to it, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Just a light amber.
I'm getting a ton of brown sugar. A little bit of honey. Hey, that's what it is. It's maple. Getting some like maple syrup instead of it's maple syrup in the finish. Let's see. I don't get the butterscotch. Okay, so it says the nose is maple butterscotch. Let me see. That's probably what I'm picking up is the maple. It's not, it's more maple wood than it is maple syrup. You know what I'm saying? All right. Then the body is biscuous and rich. Now the taste is maple, caramel, and vanilla. And then the finish is smooth with lingering hints of vanilla.
I'm getting lots of honey.
I get some honey too. I don't get a lot of caramel. It's
I
more.
don't get very much caramel either.
I just got a sugar pop.
A little bit of cinnamon.
You know the cowboy cereal, the yellow corn cereal, that sugar pops,
Corn pops, yeah.
corn pops.
Corn pops, yeah.
I got a little bit of corn pop in there too on the taste.
Mm.
I get a little bit of corn in there, and that would make sense with that 84% corn. It's an 84% corn mash bill with an 8% rye and 8% malted barley. I mean,
Then the next, 70% corn. So
it's not that 70% corn, 72-70 is like an average, but that 84, you don't usually see it that high.
yeah.
All right. Oh, I got maple syrup on the end, on the finish just now. It's like I ate a pancake. All right, let me grab this real quick.
On the finish, getting that little bit of cinnamon and that little bit of heat.
All right, I gotta get the barrel. All right, we got 5 the barrel bash, so we better just do this pretty quick because we're all. Oh, I got the barrel right here. Here we go.
On the nose.
All right, so I'm gonna write this down too. I'm gonna get the blue notes.
I don't find this nose very complex at all.
Right.
Getting the sweetness of the honey and vanilla. Maybe just a little oak or.
Let's go nose, body, taste.
I'm gonna have to give the nose.
Hold on. Let's go over that Scotchy Bourbon Boys barrel bashing rating system. Our rating system is 4 categories. We bash a barrel. Each category, you have a total of nose, you can give it a 4. Taste, you can give it a 5. Body, you can give it a 4. And finish a 5. The reason why we've upped it on taste and body, or taste and finish, that you can give it 1 more point, is because I think those are the 2 most important things that outweigh. If I'm nosing a bourbon and it doesn't smell good to me, but it tastes good and it leaves a good taste in my mouth on a finish, I'm going to drink the shit out of that bourbon and skip sniffing it. You don't have to actually sniff it to drink it. So it takes a little bit of, the nose is a little less important to me than other things. And then the body, once again, if it tastes good and it just is a medium body or a light body, but it tastes good and it finishes good, once again, the body isn't as important. Mouthfeel is a very good category, but it's not what we think is something that's a deal breaker. But the finish to me and the taste is a deal breaker. So, but in one category, you can add a but-up. And when you add a but-up, so in other words, a category could score 6. So the total that a perfect bourbon could get here in the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, if we don't cheat, is a 19 out of 18. So here we go. So
that but-up just means that it's outstanding in the category, and it deserves that 1 extra point.
And how we got to but-up is a story in itself.
Yeah. And you'll have to go back through our podcast to find that out.
Yes, that was right before we went to met down in Kentucky the first time.
Yeah. All right, are we ready for to rate this?
We are. You're doing the nose, Mr. Super Nash.
I think the nose is, like I say, it's a little bit light on the nose. Not very much going on for me. And I'm going to have to give it a 2.
Oh God. Just dropped a hammer. All right, a 2. Supernash gives them 9-year. I will have to concur. I believe exactly. It's exactly the same thing. Very simple, nothing complex, not a lot happening. It's a good nose, but that's still pretty average.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
All right, pal.
Let's go, Tiny.
Let's go to taste. I am going to do taste, and I actually. I'm glad that is a delicious tasting bourbon. It really is. I see why that bottle is the one bottle that's almost gone.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I am going to have to go with the taste is the strong point of this. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I will give it a 4. I love the corn pops that are happening in my mouth. I love the maple syrup on the front. I love the honey. The taste is so much more complex. That's another thing that Xavier wouldn't like, because the nose is simple and the taste is complex. That doesn't match up.
I agree. So you're giving it a 4?
Mm-hmm.
Four barrel bashes.
Oh, I got to actually do it, don't I?
Yeah, that's what I was waiting.
Hit that.
That's right. I have to concur with you. This is probably the strong point of this bourbon, and it does nowhere near match the nose. The taste has got so much more going for it. You get that honey and vanilla and just a little bit of oak, and then you get that maple going on there. And I have to say, I'm going to give it a, let me take one more sip before I get my ready. I'm going to have to give it a 4 too.
Here we go.
All right.
All right, that was that. All right, next is the body. I'll do it one more time. This body is pretty big for being the lowest proof of the bunch. It doesn't go quite to the cheeks, but it goes everywhere else. And so I give this body a 3.
I'm right there with you. I like what it does in the glass. It does have some thick, long legs going on. It's looks a little bit syrupy as you look at it in the glass. And then when you get it in your mouth, it fills your mouth with flavor all the way front to back, but it doesn't reach out all the way across to the sides, like, you know, the size of your jaw, the size of your tongue. So it's sort of a medium body to me, and I have to give it a 3.
All right. All right. The finish.
The finish.
I think the finish mass. I love the finish is medium. Still going. It's sweet. I like what's in the taste in my mouth. There's a little bit of char in there too. I'm getting a little bit of oak, charred oak on the finish, but not bitter.
Not much. Yeah, it's not bitter.
So I'm going to give this finish a 3 too.
I have to concur with that too. The finish is not one of the best ones, and it kind of goes right along with the body. Got a medium hug to it. The flavor goes all the way back, and you can sort of pick up everything on the finish. And I have to give it a 3 also.
I already hit you for that. All right, let's see if I can do this without billing. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do. Take that.
All right.
Put that there. I'm gonna put the barrel. You know what? I wonder what happens when you hit a real barrel. So it's this. I need a bigger hammer for that, for hitting the real barrel. I'm like close enough now. I got this barrel thing right here. Hopefully it won't knock any of my bourbon off. Barrel shelving. All right. So that brings us up to what's next. So that was, we both gave it a 12 out of 18. So the Scotchy Bourbon Boys rating for Blue Note, 9-year, 86 proof. Oh, we're doing Blue Note 17-year. All right. This has been the intriguing one that I've been looking at. It's as you saw, it's got the big 1.7 on there on my little bottle. New Glencairn time.
And this is a limited edition Blue Note, aged 17 years. And it is barrel proof at 93.1. Barrel number 12924 is what you're getting a pour out of. And this is bottle number 121.
Hey. So, Jesus, I'm not doing full pours here. By the end, we're going to be effed. It's a Friday night, though. That's what we're supposed to be doing, right?
Friday night.
Cheers, brother. Cheers.
Cheers. I'm not driving.
Me neither. Well, I'm driving this podcast.
You're driving this podcast, but I'll let you know when you can drive at home. Not nowhere near there yet.
All right. So we got the 17-year. All right. Martin. There we go. Let's grab the barrel back over. I'm poured and ready to go. The nose is very similar. I don't know. Are you getting the same thing that I am? Oh, but there's a little bit more caramel.
I'm getting a little bit more oak and leather.
I'm pulling a ton of caramel off this.
Lots of caramel. And look at the color. Color is a lot darker on this one.
Yeah, that's more of it's molasses colored.
Mm-hmm.
Mahogany, between mahogany and molasses. The last one was a little bit more caramely.
Yeah.
I'm pulling a ton of caramel and vanilla. All right, let's see what's happening here. You got some notes on this one, don't
Yes,
you?
I do. This was released in July of 2021, and there was only about 6,000 bottles of this released. And it's a 17-year-old single barrel, and it's their oldest released of the Big River Distillery. And the mash bill of this is 84% corn, 8% rye, and 8% malted barley.
Well, that is the same mash bill what they used to make the mix of the 9-year.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, we got limited, crafted, yep. Tennessee straight whiskey, barrel proof, unfiltered. Not a lot of information on this one, but let's take yeah. That's just pure caramel and vanilla to me. It's almost like I'm sniffing there's burnt caramel. Like you know what this smells like to me? It smells like creme brulee. That's what it smells like. Vanilla pudding with caramelized, you know. Oh my God, is that good?
Yeah, I'm
Wow,
getting
this is going creme brulee massive.
that vanilla,
Yeah.
that rich.
Oh my God, this is so much. Let's see now if the nose, which is way more complicated and way more delicious on this one. Let's see if it transfers into the taste.
And I'm getting a little bit of apple too.
I don't get that. I'm not getting any
Not
sauce.
getting that apple.
I'm just getting vanilla caramel and a little bit of toasted caramel, like creme brulee. Like someone took a match and burnt the caramel.
Like they, burnt, caramelized it.
All right, let's see what it tastes like. I'm excited now. Got me excited. Holy shit.
Wow.
Oh. What was the proof on this?
93.1.
So they have a bottle. Wow. That did transfer. I'm getting tons of caramel and vanilla all through the front palate, the mid palate. Now this doesn't have a huge body though. But it's so good in the taste and the.
Yeah, you're right too. And you could see it in the glass. It's thin legs. They're not near as thick as what the 9-year was.
Yeah, but the caramel.
But the flavors are so much more rich in this.
That's delicious.
Sweet.
Mother of Jesus. That's a good finish. I get a little bit of oak.
I'm getting
a little char, a ton of caramel and vanilla, and then vanilla. And the finish is.
I'm getting chocolate on the finish.
I'm not getting chocolate. Let's see.
That will be a first. No chocolate on the back end.
It stays toasted caramel. Well, maybe a little dark chocolate in my throat, not on my tongue.
Like cocoa.
Yeah, let's get going. That's a delicious bourbon. Let me see what the nose is.
Absolutely.
There's butterscotch in the nose now. Total butterscotch. All right. So I'll start. We'll do the opposite. I'll start first on the nose. I'm going to give the nose. I'm giving the nose a 4 with a butt up. Butt up.
That stood out to you.
No, wait. I can't. Yeah, I can. I could give it a 4 with a bit up. So it's a 5.
Yep.
What you got?
I've got, this nose has really got a lot more going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it does similarly match what's going on in your mouth then.
And so
can you throw down what you paid for this bottle?
I'm gonna have to think about that. I think it was right around I'm thinking it was like right at 150.
That's not bad at all for something that tastes this good.
Yeah.
I mean, the 17-year on the website is 108.7 proof, so it's a single barrel, right?
Yeah.
So it just depends, but still.
And this is actually,
The nose is so good. What are you going to give that nose?
I'm giving the nose a 4. I'm really liking it. It's
No, barrel proof. Okay, yeah. You give it a 4. All right. So that means you get to go on the taste.
This taste is amazing. I'm actually going to have to give the taste on this a 5. Picking up, I mean, all the vanilla. It's like a creme brulee, and it's like I say, somebody just burnt and caramelized the top of that creme brulee.
Yeah.
It's so good, so delicious, and I mean, it's just almost got that little bit of toasted, and then yeah.
I'm so excited I can taste it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop right there because then I'll be going into the finish. But
yep,
I'm loving it, so I'm giving it a 5.
I gave you those 5 barrel bashes, and I'm gonna hit it myself. I give it a 5. The taste is fantastic. It's there's some spice that makes you know it's whiskey, but it's silky, creamy, smooth. I mean, there's no doubt. And then you get those wonderful explosions of caramel and vanilla and toasted and a little bit of bit char. Plus, then there's maybe a little even cinnamon. And seriously, the vanilla caramel finish goes on a little bit short to medium, but the cinnamon, there's like a cinnamon left in my mouth 5 minutes later. So I love that, but that's why I give it a 5. Now,
and I'm getting like some pear or that apple. Oh my gosh! Now we're getting into the finish, but yeah, let's go on the body.
Go to the body. I always like the bodies.
To me, the body's a little bit, a lighter in the glass, but yet in my mouth, it's sort of a full body, but it's still not hitting all the sides. And I guess probably because it's a 93 proof on this one. So I'm going to have to give the body a 3 on the body.
Super Nash gives the body a 3. Tiny is going to even be a little bit meaner because the body, the taste is wonderful. But it's a middle of the mouth. It doesn't go under the tongue, doesn't go to the cheeks. It just tingles the tip of the tongue. And then most of that is after the tip to mid palate to the back, but it's a straight line to the back of your throat. There's not a lot more. And it's just an average body, so I give it a 2.
All right.
So the finish.
Take us down to the finish on this.
The finish is delicious, long. What's left in my mouth is pleasant. Like right now, I still have a little bit like of a cinnamon taste. After you're done eating Red Hots, but if you don't take a drink of water and like 20 minutes later, you still can taste a Red Hot. And that's kind of what's left in my mouth still. And I'm going to give this finish. I enjoy this. I mean, you are talking about creme brulee, my favorite food on the freaking planet. And they just hit it out of the park on this one with this 84 corn. I just love it. So I'm going to give the finish a 5.
I'm liking the finish on this. Wow. It's just all the flavors are there on the finish.
We probably should have tasted this one last.
Each time you kind of take a sip of it,
So good.
you got more and more. But in the end, it winds up with that sweet vanilla and cinnamon. And it's like creme brulee in a glass. And the hug, it's still just a medium hug. I'm gonna have to give it a 4.
He gives it a 4. All right. So you gave this a 16 of 18, and I gave it a 17 of 18, for a total of 16.5 of 18. There you go on that one.
All right. All right. All right. All right.
That takes us to.
We're coming up with the 10-year. And this is a single barrel, hand selected single barrel by BSB, which I have no idea who that is. But
That's Big River Distillery, I believe, right?
BSB.
Okay.
This is who selected. I got it down in Georgia. So it's a group over in Georgia that picked this single barrel reserve. And it is, let me give you a little bit of notes here. Find them here. Here we go.
All right. I'm going to pour some in this, my next Glencairn. Oh, what a night. I'm not even pouring full samples here. And I'm glad I didn't of that 17-year, because you gave me 2 samples, and I'm now going to covet that other sample.
There you go. Not after I tell Bill how good it is.
No, he gets none.
All right. This particular bottle was aged 10 years and 7 months. It is a 100 proof. It's bottle 144. And let's see, what else I got here. Other than it's a single barrel reserve, hand selected by BSB, which is somebody down in Georgia. Because I got this on the other side of Atlanta, Georgia. So
once again, it's barrel proof.
Yes.
And
unfiltered and crafted in Memphis. Barrel.
And each one can be a minimum of 9 years, but the one you have is 10.
Yep.
And it's only 150 to 180 bottles per barrel. It won at the a gold at the San Francisco World Spirits competition.
Cool.
All right, let's I don't know how you can do better than what that 17-year, but let's.
And this was also this bottle right here was barreled on March 3rd, 2010, and it was bottled on October 15th, 2020.
So I'm getting a lot of butterscotch on the nose. And we're back to like the 9-year, more of a one-dimensional nose.
Oh, and just so everybody can see, this is what we're looking at here. The Blue Note 10-year, hand selected. Woo.
Rolling my Glencairn. See what we got. It clings to the glass this one clings for a while. It's still sticking. That's crazy. See how long it takes. Oh, and it's.
What do you think about the color? I think this has got about the same color, the caramel color.
That's a caramel color, yes.
Like the 9-year.
And I don't know what it did in my Glencairn. What's that? Okay, let me see. Here's some legs on this side.
You know, this is a little bit thicker than
Way
the
thicker. It's stuck to the. It's like glue sticking to the glass.
Look, I mean, this has got some thick, long legs.
Oh,
I wish you could actually see this. It takes a second.
it takes more than a second. It takes forever. I don't know what the hell it's doing. And if you hold it up to the light, mine is like beating. It's sticking to the side of this glass almost. I've never seen a whiskey stick to the glass that long.
Wow.
Is it sticky?
Yeah.
Feel it. Put your finger. It actually is sticky. I bet you that's some damn good. Oh, my finger's sticky. Let's see.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh, maple out my butt. And holy shit, is that a. Hey, talk about a goddamn big body. This blue. Wow. And butterscotch. Okay. The nose has way more ethanol. I don't think that is a surprise. Wasn't that a surprise?
Yeah.
Hey.
But I'm picking up.
What you picking up? I'm picking up pecans.
I was going to say something nutty.
Yeah,
Pecans.
I'm the pecan guy. That's pecan soaked in bourbon. I know what that tastes like.
You know what it smells like too. But I'm also getting like fresh baked bread.
I'm getting freaking bacon.
Bacon.
I'm getting breakfast in a maple syrup in a goddamn bottle of bourbon. Hey, this really sucks. Can you send me I know you don't like this, so you should send the rest of that bottle of this up.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
This rivals old Carter, man. As far as taste. That for the nose, picking up that little bit of butterscotch. The nose to me is a little bit above average, but the body on this one,
I just tasted black licorice. When I chewed that,
you racist fucker. Why does the licorice have to be black?
Because it wasn't red, sweet strawberry licorice. It was the black licorice. I'm sorry.
I'm getting coffee with sugar.
No,
with cream and sugar.
I'm not sorry. I apologize for you mistaken my comment as being racist.
Oh my.
I do apologize.
All I can say is that when we're doing this, and anybody who listens to us regularly knows that if we're going to taste 5 bourbons on this podcast, by the third one, the content's going to go way up. It's going to values going way up.
Oh yeah.
We're
a lot of shit.
We're not bourbon pursuit.
A lot of shit from each other.
We get fucked up on this podcast. It's like there's not a lot of people who are getting fucked up on their podcast. They're tasting, they're doing this, but it's just like this is whiskey drinking, folks.
Absolutely. Cheers.
And cheers to all of our awesome downloaders, viewers, listeners. We love you. We love you. Leave, talk to us. We can't wait. Kentucky Bourbon Festival coming up. There's the barbecue in Bardstown. Planning a bunch of shit. We can't wait.
Yeah, and
I didn't say that.
Bardstown barbecue and bourbon, or bourbon and barbecue, is coming up right there in June. So
11th, I think it's either the 10th and 11th or 11th and 12th. One or the other.
It's right in there. I think right in there. So,
Yeah, but we forgot to talk about.
You want to come up and meet Super Nash? I'll probably be there like the 10th through the 14th. But if you want to just meet Tiny, you'll be there the 11th and 12th.
No, I'll be there 11. I'll make this proclamation. I'll go the 11th and 12th. I mean, I'll be there the 10th through the 14th. And then Super Nash will change it, and he's going to be there the 9th through the 15th, because it doesn't matter. I could take a whole month off and tell him I'm going to Bardstown for a month, 30 days in the middle of summer. And he's going to basically take a month and 1 day off because he's going to be there freaking early. And he ain't leaving till I do.
Until it gets down to it, and I'm going to leave the day before.
Yep.
Holy shit, guess what? I got everything done. I'm leaving.
But we have our Scotchy Bourbon Boys meeting coming up February 4th. That's at the Barrel Room here in North Canton. Our last meeting was there. We had an awesome tasting of 1792.
Sure did.
Going to be going over with Carrie Sullivan this coming week. I'm going to stop by and pick out what we're going to be tasting. And February 4th, 7 p.m. It's a Friday night because there is going to be a special guest. Not now. I can't speak for you because you were talking about round trip plane tickets to come up.
Yeah.
So, but we have. I didn't. God, I was doing so
Young
well.
news from
Young
Charleston,
Johnson,
South Carolina.
Young
Will
Johnson.
To Canton, Ohio.
He will be there in his
Yes.
epic return for the Scotchy Bourbon Boys meeting.
Yes.
Now, we do have a podcast next Saturday, which today, what's today? The 7th to 8th. So that Saturday will be the, 15th? Yeah, Friday the 14th is the tasting. And then the 15th, we will be doing a podcast with Young Nose. We are going to be tasting some Hibiki.
Hibiki.
I believe it's called it's the Heritage Collection. And I didn't taste the Hibiki, but
I'm sure my samples are already in the mail, right?
tomorrow morning. No, actually, your sample is sitting right down here. I'm pretty sure. Oh, yeah. Look it. Whoop. Hey, I've got like 500 wraps of stretch film around your bottle.
It's just a 2-ounce bottle.
I know.
What kind of label?
It's called Hibiki Japanese Harmony.
I don't understand those type of labels. Can you print me one out?
So this is the one sample I'm sending. He sends his boxes come with 35 samples. My box is going to come. I think I could get a little tube and send it in there.
You could actually get a little put it in a bubble pack.
No, I've got more samples for you. We know this.
Woohoo! Hey, don't tell everybody. They'll be wanting to come over and sample my samples. Which anybody, if you're ever in the South Carolina area, you can always stop by Super Nash's house and sample anything that I've got in there that's open.
All right. So we did.
And after we sample a few that's open, you could probably talk me into opening something that's not open.
Sampling your samples sounds so wrong.
Yeah, the way you just said it does. I apologize to our listeners for that.
That's how you said it. Come on over to my house and sample my samples. I don't even sample your samples at your house.
Okay, sample my bottles.
I thought you were going to say something about balls.
No, let's not get into that one.
Oh, no, we don't want to get into seals.
Yeah. Woohoo! 2022. We love you.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to go first on this nose.
I'm loving this nose. I'm gonna have to go with, though, gonna have to go with a 4 on the nose. There's a lot going on here.
He gives the nose a 4. I like this
Kind
nose.
of light on the barrel there, aren't you? I think you're scared you're going to drop your bung hammer again.
I'm afraid the barrel's going to roll away. Because I'm having a hard time holding on to it after this. Let's see. I get the butterscotch. I get a little bit of pecans on this too, but that's it. It's not what the other nose was on that 17-year. I am going to give the nose a 3.
He says.
All right. So that puts you into taste.
You into taste. I did the nose first. What do you think?
I think this is every bit as good or better than Stag Junior. This has a power and body and taste of maple and pecans. It's delicious. I mean, it's so big bodied. I'm going to give the taste a 5.
Wow.
I enjoy this. The maple, vanilla, well, and bacon. There's bacon in there. There's burnt bacon. Tomorrow morning, I'm waking up and I'm going to pour this as freaking breakfast.
You're going to pour that for a breakfast.
And you know what? This one on the finish is pulling off a vanilla chocolate. There is definitely chocolate on this one. And it's not a dark chocolate. It's a dark chocolate with some sugar in it. Mm-hmm. Kind of like a Hershey's dark chocolate, not one of those specialty bars where you bite into it, you get the dark chocolate, but you want to spit it out because it's so bitter.
Bitter, yeah, is the word. This is not bitter.
No.
Mm-mm.
The chocolate we were picking up, that little bit of chocolate that you were picking up on the 17-year was a lot less sweet than this chocolate that I'm picking up.
Yeah, it was more like, to me, like a cocoa powder, like, because it was not as sweet. It was like the cocoa powder chocolate that I was getting. But man, on the taste.
Did I bang it 5 times?
No, you didn't. And to me, this has got a lot going on. Lots of creamy vanilla. Getting a little bit of the baking spices in there.
The baking spices or the bacon spices?
Baking spices, like the like white pepper and or maybe a little bit of nutmeg type, those type spices.
Wow, this is the first Tennessee whiskey that I enjoyed. Like really,
like I'm getting like a sweet tobacco too, like a sweet cigar.
Okay.
Or sweet tobacco leaf on the taste. I got to give the taste a 4.
All right, 4 on the taste. All right.
All right.
Are you gonna go into body?
Yeah. To the body, to me, this is probably one of the better bodies that we've had so far.
Ever.
It's really thick, long legs,
Dude.
and the mouthfeel on this is really good. For what is this, 100 proof? Yeah, 100 proof. It's starting to reach out to the sides, the front, the back. It's hitting all the notes. On the body, I am going to give it a 4.
All right. So this body is freaking amazing to me. It gets to the cheeks. It doesn't fully, but the taste is so prevalent in the body on this one. Sometimes you got the body, but the taste isn't as prevalent. You know, it's kind of like you're getting it on the tongue, but you don't get it on the cheeks, but it's there. But this, the taste completely fills your mouth, even to almost every area. So like I said, that's what Stag Junior does for me usually. But this is caramel in there, and I'm going to have to go on this one. I am going to go with a 4, and I'm going to give it a boat up. It's one of the better bodies I've had ever. It's right up there. It's right up there with anything I've tasted. So it gets a 5.
I hear you.
All right, I get to do finish.
Pretty bold of you there, Tiny.
Big.
Let's see how this plays out.
All right, so my finish. This is now with the finish. You can give it 5.
Mm-hmm.
I need a little bit more. It doesn't. It's not as long as that 17-year, right? But it's so creamy, caramely, chocolatey. What's left in your mouth is so delicious that I am going to go with on this. I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm gonna hit it just with the 5. I think this finish is delicious. I've so far given finishes on the 9-year. I gave it a 3. On the 17-year, I gave it a 5, and this I'm giving it a 5. It doesn't leave me with cinnamon. It leaves me. It's not as long. The cinnamon lasts longer. But what is so delicious, and it's medium to long, where the other one was, the 17-year is extra long. This, it's not worthy of a up, but it's a 5 finish. That end with the sweet chocolate and the caramel and the vanilla, it's just such a pleasant thing. I want to go to sleep with this finish in my mouth. You know, that's what you
Especially
want
on a cold night.
Yeah.
Which is like really cold down here. This is a good winter drinking whiskey to me. You know, like tonight down here in South Carolina, it's going to be down below freezing.
You know, it's 18 degrees here in Ohio at
Oh,
the
really?
moment. So don't talk about cold winter nights. Oh, we're 31 degrees.
That's
so
probably
cold.
warm to me. I'd be breaking out my snowboard and snowboard suit.
Yeah, snowboard on the grass with no snow. There has to be snow. It's 18 with no snow. Hey,
18 with no snow. Guess what? We just got like about 5 inches up at Beach Mountain, just on the other side of the mountains from me.
yeah, Kentucky got hit hard.
Yeah, they got like 8 inches. I saw the pileups and all around Elizabethtown and all that yesterday.
Yeah, South got hit hard. Louisville kind of got a dusting. Well, they got probably
they got about 8 inches because Wilderness Trail Distillery and all those Stephen Bean at Limestone, everybody was posting all these pictures of nice, good snow there.
There was where Randy was today was like 2 to 3. He said it felt a little bit more like Wisconsin.
Yeah, and right outside Louisville, and even Benjamin Eves, 8 inches of snow. He posted this morning, 8 inches of snow, and he was headed to work.
We're so happy that Kentucky got it and we didn't.
Yeah. So
I had like an 1/8 of an inch.
what? Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. We'll leave those comments later. So, but yeah. I kind of like the finish on this. Really good. Lots of flavors. And I'm getting some dark fruits, some chocolate, sweet tobacco, and then just very little bit of like the bacon spices on the finish on this, you know, the cinnamon or the pepper doesn't come through all the way back on the finish. Everything is all sweet, like the sweet tobacco and everything. So I'm going to have to give it a 4.
All right, which is 16 of 18. And the body of this one, the flavor really makes this one a special bourbon. Okay. Like when you taste all that sweetness and everything, and I gave it an 18 out of 18. So our total score on that one was 17 out of 18.
17 out of 18.
16.5 on the other one, 17 out of 18 on the 7. All right. So what are we up to now? We are on to.
We're going to sort of jump ahead because the Blue Note Crossroads is what we're going to be tasting next. It actually was their latest release. And let me see if I can see when it was released.
That really sucks.
What
was the one that we were just supposed to be tasting?
We just got through tasting the 10-year.
No, what was the other one that we're supposed to be tasting? The Jazz. Jazz and whiskey.
Nope, the juke. You're talking about the juke joint.
Yeah, just so you know, I got them mixed up. I just tasted the juke joint. Well, it's real easy. They have the same thing, except one has a 10 in the box, and the other one has a whatchamacallit in the box. And you see, wait, yeah, okay, that's not. Look. Oh, you're talking about Crossroads. No, I'm talking about the 10 and the Juke Jive. Put the Crossroads, I didn't get mixed up. Yeah, hold up the 10.
Oh my gosh, you were just giving notes on the juke joint.
Yep. And I don't have a big gold sticker on mine.
Well, I can't print the gold stickers. They come.
See, look, this is the juke joint, and look at how much is in the bottle. That's how I know. And here's the. So, okay, I gave the juke joint 18. So when we go to juke joint, okay, then you taste. I'll taste the 10. You taste it, and then we'll mix them up.
Put your glasses on. That's why you got to mix.
Yeah. No, I am not good. That's awesome.
I can't believe you.
Yeah, the labels aren't nothing like each other.
Oh my God.
The bottom part. What?
I said I know. They're completely different. But the juke joint is 119 proof.
That's probably why the body was so fucking good. Oh my God. All right. So let's do the juke joint next, okay? We should do the juke joint next, considering we
got to now. And which that's cool because like I said, the Blue Note Crossroads, which is finished with the French oak stave, that was their last release, and that's the way I kind of wanted to do it. So yeah, we are now going to Blue Note Juke Joint, and for Tiny, he's doing the 10-year.
Yeah, but we've already talked about the 10-year. You talk about the juke joint, and just so you know, wait till you probably thought I was nuts when I was talking about the big bodies. And if you look at it, I'm 5'5" and you're 4'4". So it makes sense. It kind of makes sense that I was tasting the 119 proof and you were tasting 100. All right, so I was tasting juke joint and you were tasting 10, and now you're tasting juke joint and I'm tasting 10.
Also too, on the notes of what we were tasting, I was getting some different stuff of what you were getting.
Oh yeah, you were talking about pears. I'm talking about caramel and maple and
yeah.
Wait till you taste.
I was talking about bacon spices and stuff like that, and leather, and I mean tobacco.
Yeah. So let's just see. You pour.
Let's see if you get. Well, I got one more clean Scotchy Bourbon Boys Glencairn.
Why don't you have two? Because we have to do two more.
Because I've only got like two regular Scotchy Bourbon Boys Glencairns, and then I got a Crystal Glencairn. I wasn't breaking up my Crystal Glencairn for Blue Note. I saved that. Oh my God. What a freaking pour.
Yeah.
Who's pouring for?
Yeah, that's really a dark mahogany. The color on that. Now my color is just mahogany. Yeah, that's a beautiful color. Now on this one, I get some pear. I'm getting a fruity note, and I'm not kidding on the nose. I know what you're talking about. This is a sweet, fruity. I get some apple. I get a little bit of that baking spice, like you talked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you should be just doing pure maple and caramel.
Wow.
Oh, there is a smell.
Now, see, now I'm.
That's fucking.
You remember you were talking about ethanol?
Yep.
That's that 119 proof.
Yeah.
I'm getting that. Yeah. But then that quickly dissipates, and
I wasn't impressed with the nose on that one. I thought it was just caramel. And I want to read a little bit, let everybody know about this Blue Note Juke Joint Survivor barrels is what this is. And the mash bill on the Juke Joint is 70% corn, 21% rye, 9% malted barley. And in June of 2019, the rick house that stored much of the Blue Note's inventory collapsed in a terrible summer storm, spilling thousands of barrels and millions of dollars into the muck and mud. Most of the barrels were destroyed by the incredible force of nearly 10 million pounds crumbling 6 stories to the ground. We thought all was lost, but a special few somehow survived the disaster. Surviving the collapse, however, turned out to be only the beginning of the barrel's journey. For the next 4 months, the barrels were left exposed to the elements before the wreckage could be properly assessed and cleaned up. In these ensuing months, the sweltering summer heat bore down upon the barrels day after day, darkening the outside and forcing the bourbon inside incredibly deep into the oak. Several thunderstorms passed through as well, pummeling the barrels for days, causing their bands to later rust and break. As summer faded into fall, the nights grew colder, forcing the whiskey back out of the now worn oak. After the wreckage was cleaned up and every barrel was assessed, the company found that indeed some had survived. Like these barrels, we have all faced incredible hardships across the course of pandemic, as the safety, stability, and comfort of the shelter we took for granted collapsed all around us. In an effort to celebrate the life and perseverance, we have curated from our special lot of survivor barrels a select few barrels to release to the market under our new Blue Note Bourbon Uncut label. Going forward, not every barrel of Blue Note Bourbon Uncut will be a survivor barrel. Therefore, if you want to taste a truly rare bourbon with an even rarer story, we encourage you to try a bottle of this year's 2021 Survivor Barrel release. All right. You get to go first on everything. I'll go second because we've already done 10-year. This is the jukebox, and I've already rated it, and it's a fantastic bourbon.
This is 119 proof, and this barrel number just happens to be 16026.
And taste that. You got to taste that. Super Nash. Just the nose on it's okay, but the taste, when you taste it, you're gonna freak out.
Then I'm just digging the nose though.
I thought it was good. It was caramely, but it was very one-dimensional again. It wasn't as complex as the nose on the
It's like cinnamon and caramel.
Yep. But then taste that the taste isn't even, that's just insane. That's a big body, freaking delicious. I'm coming to your house and steal
Oh my gosh.
tonight. You're gonna have to pull out your Uzi. That's right up. Like I said, I think that's right up there with Old Carter. That was some damn good stuff. It's up there with Stag Junior as far as that body, man. That body is full as fuck. I'm just jealous that you're tasting it again. Well, I want to taste it instead of the 10-year. The 10-year, I mean, I agree. So go on nose. Tell me what you got for nose.
I'm gonna have to give the nose a 3 because right off the bat that ethanol is so prevalent because I guess because of the 119 proof. But then after that dissipates, I'm getting caramel and oh my gosh, it's like cinnamon and
roses. So you give the nose a 3.
yeah.
All right. So I've got the 10-year, everybody. I'm way behind, but I get like a pear and I get almost like roses. I smell roses on the nose of this 10-year. It's like I gave my wife a dozen roses, and when you go and smell it, it's there. It's got pear and roses. And I've never had that before. So I'm going to have to give this nose a 4. I do enjoy the nose.
Wow.
All right. Taste. You're up with taste.
All right. On taste.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. I mean, it's just like an apple, cinnamon, bacon spices, apple. It's like a freaking apple pie in a glass, like grandma's apple pie, like a tart green apple, and the cinnamon, and the sweetness, and like fresh bread. I'm gonna have to give this a 5.
Now, on this, tons of caramel on front palate, but it goes to a oaky bacon spice, not bacon spice, baking spice. And
that's what I was telling you. Remember, and you kept trying.
No, I know. With a little bit of cinnamon, and I'm going to give this a 4. You gave it a 5. I give it a 4 as far as a 10. But we're tasting different things. We'll compare notes, but it looks like I give it a 4. All right, body.
Wow, this is one of the better bodies that I've had so far out of these.
Well, I think it's one of the better bodies that you ever have. You know what I mean? It's not quite full out cheeks, but like I said, it reminded me of a Stag Junior body, that rich, bold taste. Yeah. But see, some bodies are whiskey. They're spicy and they fill your whole mouth. But then this fills your whole mouth like a Stag Junior with taste, not with spice, and that would make an extra special body.
And I like what it does in the glass too. It clings. Got some good thick long legs. Excuse me. I got to give it a 4 for the body.
I just thought it stuck in the glass. All right, the body of this one. See, this one has legs. This doesn't just stick. when that was in there, I couldn't, that was like sticking forever. It was like glue. Like if you do it now tilt it down and put your finger in there. Just put your finger on the side of the glass. It actually not in the whiskey on the side of the glass. It's sticky. It's actually sticky on the side of the glass, like glue. Where this definitely has legs. This pulled legs. I was like, why do you got legs and I don't? You know, and because we weren't tasting the same damn thing because I'm a moron. Tiny. We should just change this to Super Nash, Xavier, and Roxy, and the moron Tiny. That's what we should say.
No, that's sort of almost like doing a blind tasting.
I guess, based off stupidity on my part. See, this body, I like it. It's okay. It's above average, but I give this body a 3. Now we're on to the finish.
What do you think about your finish?
My finish, it's a 3 because there's a little bit of bitterness in there to me. The oaky or maybe the apple. But the apple is kind of like if you bite into an apple that would, like, you bite into Snow White's apple. The apple that looks so delicious, and this has been whatever, but what's in your mouth is you bite it and you can taste the poison along with the apple.
Did you get any tobacco or?
Well, yeah, you could say that sweet tobacco too. That could be similar. So yes, so I give the finish on this one 3. I give 2 3s, so let's go.
I'll finish on this. It lingers.
I love the finish.
All the flavors carry through, but then, oh my God, it just lingers in your mouth, and
it's so good what's left there.
Yeah,
you want to just go to bed.
Yeah, it's sweet, and it just fills and just.
Don't drink this at the end of the night because your teeth are going to rot out because you're not going to want to brush your teeth.
Exactly. It's so sweet and just.
One of the better bourbon finishes I've had. Too bad they can't replicate.
I gotta give it a 4.
All right, so I gave it a 14 out of 18, and you gave it a 16 of 18, which means the 10-year was 15 out of 18 as the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. And then I gave the Jukebox Jive, was that what it's called? Jukebox what?
Yeah. Juke Joint.
Juke Joint. I gave it an 18, and you gave it a 16.
Look, there you go. Look at the screen, and you can read it.
A 17 out of 18 on Juke Joint.
Blue Note Juke Joint with
Juke Joint whiskey. So it's not even a bourbon, right?
Right. It's a whiskey.
But it's still damn good. It tastes like there could be some Canadian in there. Shout out. Hashtag Mark Jackson. All right. So let's.
Mark.
What?
You said Mark Johnson.
Jackson.
Yeah. I dare you. It's Matt Jackson. Our buddy from Preservation Distillery. Can't wait to get back up there and see him.
Oh, yes. And that's for sure.
Yep.
All right.
Mention that tomorrow you'll be boxing my little sample up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't forget the William Dalton French stave weeded sample.
I'm not forgetting that.
Yeah, like four 6-ounce bottles is all I need.
I'll just send you the bottle. I've tasted it.
Holy shit. Y'all heard that. Everybody heard this, that he's going to send me the bottle. I'll send you a bottle. I tell you what, I got a bottle of Benchmark single barrel. I'll send you in exchange.
You can send up that old Carter, you fucker. And you know, I'm gonna get on you because that mustache and that hair is making you look old, and you need to start dyeing that shit because we are young at heart and we have to show it.
Now you know why I shaved that beard off, because that beard just made me, it was so gray and scraggly. It just made me look older and shit too.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I gave a shout out to Matt Jackson is because his Near Perfection has some Canadian whiskey in there, and Near Perfection is so good. It's such a good tasting, caramely, sweet whiskey. It's just fantastic. And that's what the Juke Joint whiskey tastes like. So we are on to the last and final.
Holy shit.
We knew we were going to be fucked up on this one, didn't we?
Look, talk about fucked up. Look what just happened.
Oh, you got to get at that. As I pour, all right, some Blue Note Crossroads. Now, I have a painting called Crossroads.
I had to pull it out with my teeth, but the cap come off on that one.
Is that what she said last night?
Yeah.
It tried to pull it out with your teeth and the cap came off on that one. I was at work today and we get cardboard in large containers. They're called the roll-offs bring in compactors. And I'm watching a compactor dump because he's blocking the door that I'm supposed to be going out. And he's dumping the cardboard on the ground. And he dumps it, looks up there, it's kind of jammed in there. He starts banging his the container on the roll-off. You kind of stand it up and start banging it on the ground to loosen the cardboard, and then you kind of move back and forth. The cardboard comes out, he starts to pull out, and out of the freaking cardboard comes a cat. And the cat jumps out of the cardboard, okay? So it's been in this compactor for I don't know how long. It jumps out, runs, and I catch it like out of the side of my, I'm like, what the hell? And it runs under my toe under, sprinting like 1,000,000 miles an hour. And I don't realize what it is until it's on the other side, jumping up and running to the back of the building.
It wasn't flat like this, was it?
No, but it was a cat. And I told the driver, why the hell are you letting the cat out? The cat's out of the bag.
The cat's out of the bag. All right. Our final last and tasting of the Blue Notes tonight, and which this was their latest release. It's Blue Note Crossroads, and it's finished in toasted French oak staves.
Now, one thing I will have to say is most of the noses are very, very similar. Like, we are not dealing with they're similar. They're very different in taste. Although I will say the 10-year was a little bit more different than the other three, but this one's similar to the rest.
All right. Well, this was released in 2020, late 2021, and it's 60% corn, 36% rye, and 4% malted barley. Holy shit, that's a lot of rye.
Hold on. I can't.
But it's finished with toasted French oak staves. Or finished with toasted French oak. Doesn't say staves or whether it's a French oak barrel. That part is a little bit unclear, and it's 100 proof. And as the tag says, it is the spirit of the blues.
All right. I'm gonna pause real quick.
My explanation is
What's your explanation?
a 5 bourbon fuck up.
Yeah, we're done at
We never
4.
have this we never have this problem with 3.
Wait, or 4. This is 5.
I know, but we chose to do 5.
Yeah.
Booyah! Woo!
So
And that fee is not for Blue Note; it's for Bardstown Bourbon Company.
no, it's not. It's for Barton's.
Yeah, but I wanted to make it for Bardstown Bourbon Company
But
because I
that's
want.
you can't change the Barton's logo to where you get that's how you get the fucking
I would just say I was in the B.
hey, this barrelhead isn't for this is for this is for Bourbon Pursuit. Yes, we're the Bourbon Pursuit podcast. It's like what you got a Barton's.
Okay,
You want to know? Here, I'm going to be impressed. I'm going to impress people.
B stands for Blue Note tonight.
Yeah, it does. But this is how impressive I'm going to be. All right.
Oh, no, don't you do it! Don't you do it!
Oh, I will, and I am.
Don't do it! Look at all those stacks of boxes from Martin Duffy.
You can see that, can't you? That's a Bardstown glass.
Don't-
Hey, bitch,
Don't make me
bitch,
go to my
if you're gonna mention the Bardstown Bourbon Company, you have to have the fucking glass. You can't. How do you show up?
I've got the glasses. They're in there. Don't make me run my Glencairn reserve.
Yeah, you got 100. You might not be back for 3-4 hours.
Yeah, don't make me go to my Glencairn vault.
Here, this is to Nick and Steve. I'm promoting the Bardstown Bourbon Company. I'm promoting it, and please know that so we can get into the spirit library again.
Absolutely. That was one fun day. When our friend Greg Snyder took us in there.
Yes, and Matt Mayer has 2 days rented at the Bardstown Bourbon Company. He's rented the place for 2 days, and he actually is going to do a tasting in the spirit library, and it is like $235 a person, and you get to pick 2 pours per person.
Wow. Oh my God.
I think I want to do that.
Some amazing pours in there. I want to go.
I do
When
too.
is this? When is that?
He had the dates. You're gonna make me think, and I don't remember exactly, but he's got people lined up, sold out, whatever, to get that to go. It just sells out, and he works for a corporation. That's what his day job is, and there's so many executives in there that he has no problem selling his barrel picks or his bourbon experiences.
Wow.
I want to rent out.
How much does that cost to rent that place out?
I think it was $235 per person, and it was like $2,500. There's just like 10 people or whatever, 11 people, or 12 people.
So we're talking close to $3,000.
I think it was 2,500.
Yeah.
So it's not that bad when it's
So then he's going to charge $265, and yeah, he's making money and paying for the place too.
He doesn't try and make money on these things because he tries to make money.
Well, you're only talking $150.
Yeah.
Because that's only $15 more than what, 2,500 times 10. I mean, 250 times 10, 2,500, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then he's charging $265, so he's only making $150. So, and that covers his time.
Or his travel expenses.
Yeah.
He's $100 an hour, dude.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
This is getting a little bit better nose on this, although that jukebox.
So do we still have to Are we still waiting?
You were almost there. Once it's there, I will flip it, start a new one, and we'll just keep going. We'll just pick up right from we'll say welcome back kind of thing. We're back. Thanks for doing a two-part. Well, an hour and 40 minutes is good to now turn it into a two-part, right? There it is. It's saved. All right. So now Blue Note 2 file.
Crossroads.
Boom, boom, boom. I gotta add Martin. No. Cancel.
No, don't cancel Martin. He's like the highlight of the show.
If you like dicks.
What? What'd you say? What was that dick joke you made?
I didn't say nothing. I said nothing. All right, we are ready to rock. Wait, hold on, be quiet. Oh, we are ready. Oh, file
Did
new.
you lose it again?
No, it just I got this. File new. Blue Note 2.
Okay, I'm going back to my Kasha. Spirits of French Lick.
No, you're not. We're ready to go here. We got it. Blue Note 2, it's good. Add Martin.
There's only one swallow left. Maybe two.
Oh, you're going back. I thought you were going to pour yourself another.
No, I just had that left from the pregame.
Here we
But
go. Microphone.
Made me open up another bottle to add to the floor until my shelves are built, which they are going to get a big jump start tomorrow.
All right, we're ready to go. Here we go. Start recording. Okay. Welcome back to the technical difficulties that we just experienced. We went dead. So this is part 2 of Blue Note, part 2. And part 2 is going to, what we're going to do is we're going to crop out, because we screwed up on the, because I screwed up on the 10 and the Juke Jive whiskey. Juke Joint whiskey. Thank you. Since we screwed up, what we're going to do is we're going to retaste Juke Joint and 10 year.
Hell yeah. All right.
And then finish up. And then I'll cut it off the one. No, I'm just kidding. So
okay.
What we're on, that would, I don't know what would be left of us. I think you might get us running to the bathroom puking if we did that. But we are on the last.
I don't puke up good bourbon or whiskey.
Well, we could always test that theory one of these times.
I'll get him anytime you're ready.
Blue Note Crossroads.
That's what we are tasting now. Check that out.
Now,
What
Crossroads.
a great looking bottle.
Now, right, you're supposed to, now on this one, you do have to read what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we were cut off last time, right, when we were about ready to do it, but we might as well review. This is Blue Note 2, Part 2. This is the continuation of the last one, and check it out.
All right, Blue Note Bourbon, when they announced the newest addition to its portfolio, it's Blue Note Crossroads, which here is a good look at the bottle. And I have to say, this is one of the best looking bourbon bottles, I think, ever. You know, I think they did a great job on the marketing of this. What do you think?
Well, from the label that you sent me, it looks nothing like that. Mine's orange, and then it looks like it's not a guitar, it's a potato on mine. That's why, because this is
he was probably hiking along the road with a sack of sweet potatoes.
yeah, that's what it looks like. He's got a potato. He's the potato man. I can't even tell that he's walking alongside the road. But that's
Well,
that is a really nice bottle.
I can't particularly get the exact labels that the bottles have sometimes.
Okay.
I have to get what I can get off the internet.
Yeah.
So now that you're through belittling me.
Yeah, damn it. I expect it's like that's he's like he prints this out. Like all the other ones are like right on. He prints this out, and then he talks about with his bottle how it's the most beautiful label he's ever seen. And I'm looking at this, is that a potato guy? And he's like got the most, that's usually how it works.
Yeah, he always gets the secondhand shit.
I always get the sack of potatoes.
Yeah. All right. It's gonna go into a little bit of notes on this. It's a bottle at 100 proof. It combines Blue Note bourbon with aromatic flavors of toasted French oak. Created across 2 years of research and development in partnership with Tonnellery Redu, a boutique wine cooperage in central France. Blue Note Crossroads amplifies the growing popularity of toasted oak finished bourbons. We're excited to release the newest member of the Blue Note band, Blue Note Crossroads, said Macaulay Williams, president and CEO of Big River Distilling Company, producer of the Blue Note bourbon. We've all come to crossroads in our lives, whether personal or professional. It's time when an important decision must be made, one that will carry with it profound consequences. The motif of the crossroads is prevalent in literature and in blues music, legend, and lore. We mark our crossroads with the intersection of American and French oak. And it's priced about $40 to $45 range. And let me give you the mash bill before you jump in there and cut me off again. It's a 2021 release, and the mash bill is 60% corn, 36% rye, and 4% malted barley. 100 proof, unfiltered.
Cheers.
All right. Now, what did you say? What were you saying there, Tiny?
I get
So rudely interrupted me.
sweet oak.
Mm.
It's almost floral. And I want to say
I'm not
orange
almost
zest.
like a toasted marshmallow.
No, I don't get marshmallow.
You don't?
No, I get
Like that toasted vanilla.
no, there's orange in it. It's like a toasted oak with a little bit of orange zest.
Mm.
Sorry.
I'm getting a floral.
Yeah.
Some type of floral.
Okay. Oh, I've dropped both of them. Now I'm going to be bashing with my pen hammer. This is going south fast. No, I get that toasted oak and then just an orange zest in there. And as far as floral, I'll tell you what I get. I get like a orange blossom. That's what I get. It's orange blossom. All right. So do you want to go first now that we're drinking the same thing?
Yeah, on the nose.
Mhm.
Really good nose, but it's not complex. I'm getting that little bit of orange blossom that you're getting. It's sweet, real sweet, and just a little bit of floral, flowery.
Wow.
Maybe even a little bit of honey. I'm gonna have to give it a 3.
All right. Let's see how this works. Put the cap on. Pretty good.
Yeah.
I concur. It's a 3. And I say that because I think it's a unique nose. There's not a lot of orange blossom, honey, or orange. It reminds me of the moonshine that we made. A little bit. It's got a little bit more wheat or rye and corn, but but it's got that same attribute that the maybe that's honeysuckle, not honey, but honeysuckle.
I was about to say honeysuckle. Yeah.
You can honeysuckle, no.
Honeysuckle this. What I'm saying. Check that out. Nice, beautiful color to it. Don't you
like
think?
it. There's a ton on the taste. Oh, it's toasted French oak. There's no doubt in there, but there's so much sweetness of honey, and there's a little bit of orange. Like on the finish is all that's left in my mouth is like after I ate an orange. It's interesting. I've never had an orange finish.
That floral is like the honeysuckle blossoms. You know how you smell a honeysuckle? Right before you pull that little stem out and you taste that honeysuckle?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about.
I never tasted a honeysuckle where I took the stem out.
You never pulled the stem of the honeysuckle?
I live in the north.
Get that little one drop of the honeysuckle?
No, I live in the north and winter is always coming.
Oh my God. When you come through in March, I'm going to take you through the woods down here.
Oh God, take me back there and spank me with some honeysuckle.
I'm going to spank you with a honeysuckle vine.
Anyway, and I'll be in my morning gloriness. Anyways, all right, the palate. Let's go to taste.
I got it growing all around my still site.
That really sounded fucked up.
That's a northerner.
No, you got it growing all around your still site. Do you have to leave for
a southerner? A southerner would get that. Alan Bishop would get that.
He's a Midwesterner. He's a Hoosier. Anyways, do you have to stop and leave for a few seconds to empty your still? I don't even know if I'm gonna. Your internet can't. Oh, great. Anyways,
your internet seems to be going out.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, what's the taste on this fucker?
Gonna have to give it a 3. 3 on the taste. It's not that complex. It's you get that sweetness, that toasted oak.
All right. You give it a 3. I give it a 3. out of total that you could give 6. Then so it's like. All right, let's go body. I'll go with body. The body is it's a 3 body too. It has a good body. I mean, it's not a great body, but it's got a good body. I mean, it's more than the first 2 that we tasted. I give it a 3.
It's not great, but it's not wonderful either. I got to go 3.
All right.
Also,
So I'll go first on finish too. I'm going to give this finish out of 5. I'm going to give it a 4 because I really enjoy the orange aspect of what's left. This reminds me a little bit of Parker Heritage. In orange,
wow.
what kind of Curacao?
Repeat after me. Curacao. Sow, like a pig. Sow.
A sow, Curacao.
CAO is sow.
I know. I'm saying
All right.
Curacao.
Well, enunciate it like you mean it, like bacon.
I'll enunciate it. Enunciate this fucker, Curacao.
There you go.
I'm no French fucker, that's for sure. Anyways,
I took French.
that's
back
for
in
that's for our good.
That's French. That's French for Curacao, ain't it?
Yeah. It's minus the your fingers minus the finger.
What?
You eliminate the finger. Yeah. I do it this way.
Oh, maybe I should do it this way.
Or this way.
Oh, look.
All right, so I give this a 4 out of 5 on the finish.
Oh, you did? You jumped up to a 4? I thought you said 3.
No, I did not. I love the orange.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I like it. I like the orange in this better than I like it in the Parker Heritage.
You couldn't tell that by the way that Parker's Heritage is sort of empty on your shelf down there.
I got 2 of them. I don't know how that happened. Hey, you want a bottle of something that everybody's calling not good? I'm like, yeah, give it to Jeff. He drinks anything.
Exactly.
Hey,
I can't believe I paid all that fucking money for that shit.
Yeah,
can I get your unopened bottle and trade on the secondary market?
Yeah. Give me a pappy for that.
No, you should just give it to me like I gave you mine.
You gave me your open bottle. Now you want my. I get your open bottle. So you opened it, tasted it, didn't like it, gave it to me. Then Rachel likes it, so I bought another bottle to not run out, and you want my unopened bottle.
Yes, I think that sounds fair.
You can have that unopened bottle if you send me a bottle of IW Harper. I'll trade you a bottle of IW Harper for the open bottle.
No, I'm gonna do you even better. I'm gonna send you the bottle that you almost killed of Old Carter.
Old Carter. All right, what do you think on the finish on it?
Old Carter. He likes Old Carter bourbon.
I love Old Carter. I love Old Carter bourbon.
I give it a 4.
Give me some more of that Old Carter.
KY badge.
It's time to relax. One bourbon stands clear year after year.
He likes the Old Carter bourbon KY badge.
it is effed up that they're. I just don't understand why Kentucky went with KY as their. I love Kentucky jelly. I get it all the time. I love the grape and the strawberry.
And he likes the KY batch.
What did you give? What did you give it? You gave what did you give the finish? I don't
A
think
4.
a 4? All
Yes,
right.
I gave it a 4.
And I will bash it and give it.
With your ultimate pin bash.
So we gave this a 13 out of 18. So
Because he dropped the bung hammer twice.
oh my God. And then I dropped the bung hammer and I got the KY.
Yes, I have been called that a couple of times.
All right, so let's review real quick before we get the hell out of here.
The situations that I've been called God. I'd rather not talk about that. Oh, you meant review what we've been doing. Okay.
Yeah. So in 5th place is the Blue Note 9-year. Coming in 5th place. What?
That's in 5th place, the 9-year?
Yes, sir.
We started out liking so much. Oh my gosh.
5th place, 12 out of 18. In
Okay.
4th place, the Blue Note Crossroads. In 3rd place, 17, 15, was the 10-year.
Like this.
The 10-year was in 3rd place.
Blue Note was 2nd, right?
Then 2nd place, was the 17-year at 16.5. And in 1st place was the destroyed, collapsed warehouse. Let me see if I can do it. It was the Juke Joint Whiskey.
Blue Note.
First place with 17 out of 18.
Wow.
Right up there with, I mean, that we tasted that this year. I wish we would have done that last year because I think that Juke Jive whiskey is right up there with the Spirit
Juke Joint, not Juke Jive. You didn't call it Juke Jive. You obliterated their whiskey tastings tonight. I mean,
their names. Hey, this is the first time I've ever tasted Blue Note. I would have to say that 12 out of 18 as a low end and finishing up out of 17 out of an 18 on the high end is some damn good whiskey. So let's the Big River Distilling Company. Correct. Big River
Distilling Company.
I got that right.
And
wait. And with I know Macaulay Williams.
And
Oh,
you had the other name earlier.
I did.
Yes, you did.
I want to say Drew somebody, but it's probably wrong. Here we go. Macaulay Williams. And it's pretty good knowing that Logan Welk. Two guys there at the Big River Distilling Company. Blue Note. They also have a rye. Come on. Super Nash.
Oh my gosh. The Riverset Rye.
Riverset Rye. Yep. That is their other brand, and they do a really good job there.
And they got a few other private labels that are unnamed, but But I thoroughly enjoyed tasting the 5 Blue Note picks that we had tonight. Been a blast.
I've still been tasting them.
I got you some picks in the order that we coming up.
You got me some picks coming up?
Yep.
All right.
Of the Blue Notes in the order that we just tasted them. You can crop them and set them up just like you like them.
Yep, I can.
I'm not
them
gonna
two right there in the order. But honestly, the Juke Joint
whiskey
was by far that was a superior whiskey. That's some damn good stuff. And when you find out how they made it, they collapsed the rick house, waited a couple months. I've dealt with this kind of thing. We had a fire at my work and it burned down, and they had to knock down
it's
the whole building, and it's like
totally
they got to investigate first, and then when you get in there. Then we were able to pull some stuff out. We had some stuff that we could salvage, and the same thing, but they had to wait because of what's in those barrels and
totally different.
And the environmental disaster that a collapsing rick house causes with the ecosystem. So they got to go in there, figure out what's going to happen, and then you got to go get those barrels. And then, like they said, that was in there in the hot heat. It was raining, rusting the barrel hoops, and the barrel hoops were breaking, so they were losing barrels that way. And I mean, it was just, when you read about it, it was not, they turned it into something delicious. I mean, there's something to be said with just trashing your rick house in the middle of the aging process. I mean, that's what happened to Colonel Taylor with the tornado hitting the top of the corner of the rick house, not collapsing it, and then it being exposed to weather. You would think that some of we know that Jefferson or the Kentucky Artesian Distillery wrap their barrels, and then they take them on trips on the ocean where they get exposed to large waves and water and sea salt, even though they're down below. I mean, you can tell on I think it was voyage number, my first bottle 17, it had a salty saltwater taste to it. So you figure the waves are crashing over the top of and water was going down there, getting into the, exposing the barrels. Whereas some of the other barrels that they pick are just like unbelievable, because it's sloshing the bourbon around. When you think about a rick house, that bourbon is staying, untouched.
It's staying still. Yeah. And
I even think if you could get like California, if they were aging in rick houses, they could get some earthquakes sloshing around, and it could be an earthquake, an earthquake batch. There's so much that affects the whiskey, but for the most part, it's stationary, doesn't move. And it's not sloshing around, but you slosh it around and they've got something a little bit different,
Hey, they can send it down here to South Carolina, because we've had like 11 earthquakes in the past 2 weeks.
And then like 4 tornadoes.
Yeah.
So yeah, the good environment for trashing rick houses and making good whiskey.
Hell, I think that needs to be my next business. There is building.
You could pair up with Disney. And Disney should make rick houses that are damaged. Like they should, like they do in the movies when they're making their movies, make these rick houses on purpose, open to the elements, on the floor, on purpose.
You say that, and I've already thought about that. Why don't they make rick houses that you can open the roof up and leave the roofs open for, because they're getting these.
So what they should do,
thousands of dollars more for like warehouse C tornado.
So
right?
Think about it. Find a dome stadium with a retractable dome stadium, and wait for it to go out of business. Purchase it, rip the seats out, and turn it into a rick house. and then open and close the
Holy
roof.
shit. Guess what? Turner Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia is for sale. All we need to do is just make a closable top above it.
Yeah. Let's purchase
a
it.
giant brick house, right?
Buy a $235 million roof, and we got ourselves a damn good renting space.
And also
because they're distilling so much bourbon in Georgia.
We'll put swinging barrel holders, right? So it's ocean aged with exposed to the elements like a tornado. And we'll put wind machines in there, right? Holy shit. Our next big adventure. Who's with us?
Swinging barrel holders. That's a lot to say. All right. Anyways, I think
thanks everybody for tuning in to another Scotchy Bourbon Boys review of Blue Note whiskey and bourbon.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Remember www.scotchybourbonboys.com. Check us out. Make sure in the top right hand corner you hit the Patreon button.
Patreon, definitely.
And then whatever format you listen to us on social media, make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe. We need
watch us on YouTube.
Yep, this is going to be on YouTube in the next couple of days. So thank you so much for joining us, and good night, everybody. As
also,
Little Steve, oh, go ahead.
Check us out on our live tasting coming up in about another week.
Friday, January 14th, not about, exactly 9 p.m.
Going to give away this free bottle of Old Forester 1910. All you got to do is comment in on the post that I'm going to make tomorrow, Saturday.
Or with
January 8th.
You might have to wait till I get the picture. Maybe.
Oh, bullshit.
You want the picture.
I'm not waiting on you. I will take my Scotchy Bourbon Boys absolutely wonderful barrelhead that we have behind here. I'll put it up beside it.
Wait, I got a phone call coming. Federico is calling me. Hey Federico, what? You're watching the podcast live, and you super Federico says you have to wait till we got the artwork.
I'm gonna give you the artwork tomorrow. You're gonna love my artwork better than your half-empty bottle of artwork.
You know the artwork. You see the artwork. Greg Schneider just posted the artwork. We're part of a network. Gotta get that artwork in. I love you, brother, man. All right, everybody. Little Steve-O is going to pick us up. Yes. And remember, check him out at www.littlesteveo.com.
Hey, and go out there and live dangerously. Live your lives, everybody.
Bourbon equals good friends, good times. And remember, go out there and live dangerously.
To the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Show me the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die.
Good night, everybody. Yeah. There's that. All right. I don't know what I'm going to do with all this, but there's that. Let's hit that. Let's just do all this funny stuff. That's 31 more minutes. Jesus. That's over 2 hour. The good thing we went to 2 parts. File.
Save.
Publish to for uploading. Scotchy Bourbon Boys. And this is called Blue Note 2.
Blue Note 2 minus the fuck ups. but including the funnies.
Yeah, that's not going to have the, oh, Jesus. That's a lot of bourbon, man. Got us in trouble.
It is. Yeah, absolutely, brother.
Anyways, all you people in YouTube land,
For joining us and sticking with us, and
yeah,
this is a long one, but it's well worth it, and there's a lot of funny stuff in there.
yeah, I think I'm going to leave it all in. I'm not going to edit it. I'll think about it.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, good bourbon equals good friends and good times. Go out there and live your life and live it dangerously.
Absolutely. Just enjoy life.
Good night, everybody.
The Watershed Story. A watershed moment might be pivotal, but it might also be quiet and fleeting. It could be a monumentous occasion, a cause for celebration, an enormous triumph, or a small daily victory. A watershed moment could be a rekindling or an observation or a gathering. Any opportunity to relish with friends and family. It's whatever you choose to cheers to, who you're gathered around, and whatever's worth celebrating. We founded Watershed Distillery on the principles of community in 2010. We wanted to live in, work in, and contribute to the community in which we grew up. We aimed to create spirits and stood apart in quality and character. Along the way, we set out to form a community of our own, one that could gather together to savor, celebrate, and enjoy good spirits and company. We've grown from a tiny little still and 2 guys in jumpsuits to a dedicated team of over 40 people and 2 much larger stills. If you're ever in the area, stop by so we can introduce you to our team and pour you some of our award-winning bourbon. Creating it was our watershed moment, but we want to hear about yours.